Welcome back to the series, The Fourth Industrial Revolution, the landscape, the opportunities and the drivers. We've looked at so much over the last few weeks and why so often large enterprise is broken, why it continues to defend itself while it tries to protect its market share and looks towards the short term, while at the same time so much is being disrupted. Newcomers enter the marketplace and rip a hole in market share because it's innovate or die. It's innovate to survive and then to thrive. We're considered across multiple industry sectors of what is going on and how they are without exception being disrupted. We then took that customer-centric demand and connected it through to PLM and then into PLM 4.0 with the digital twin, intelligent products, integrated factories and smart service. And how all of that is being optimized through the introduction of product innovation platforms enabled across the entire planet. Last week we looked at some of those favorites, and this week I wanted to share some of the thoughts from across one of the favorites in the market and the front runner arguably in the product innovation sector, the 3DEXPERIENCE platform. We reached out into the user market and the large customer market and asked them three basic questions, and they answered. And so a little while ago, I reached out to the community and the projects and the users and was fascinated to hear their feedback. I asked them three main questions. Number one, on recent 3DEXPERIENCE installations, what have been the main business benefits that you've been hoping to achieve? And number two, what have been the greatest challenges that have lay ahead in the installation of the platform? Lastly, in your experience, how would you go about improving the 3DEXPERIENCE platform? Answers came in thick and fast from integrators, from customers, and even from Dassault themselves. Let's hear what they had to say. And first up, in terms of business benefits, there were numerous answers that came in. I managed to summarize it into three main areas. Firstly, was the building of internal best practice. The platform gives a central point for everyone to track and trace methods, styles, and approaches across the organization in order to understand future best practices. And second, improvement of internal collaboration and trust in the process of innovation. A platformization approach and a 3DEXPERIENCE approach helps to break down the silos and bring multifunctional and purpose teams together in order to collaborate in a trusted single source of truth, environment, and platform. And lastly, of course, to design and manufacture faster. Ultimately, the platform is there to help collaborate across the entire ecosystem in order to design and manufacture better, smarter, and more flexible products. And number two, what are the greatest challenges in the installation of the platform? Well, nothing really unsurmountable came back, but essentially it was all about breaking people through into new ways of doing things, new processes and new technologies to handle. But let's dig a little deeper into it. And so, yep, first up, it's the people change, it's the business processes, it's the training in the platform. So by far the most challenging part is to get the personalities to adapt in what essentially is going to be an entirely new way of working. And in so doing, making the primary focus for the enterprise is that shifting culture, that shifting way of doing things. And second up, it's that server installation. It remains a priority to keep on top of the whole technical and infrastructure aspects of the platform. And third up, it's that data migration and multi-CAD integration. A lot of organizations want to wrap up a whole bunch of legacy data dating back over many, many years in different formats, different structures, and of course, different CAD software solutions. Putting it all together fast and agile is a huge and major kind of implementation task. And then the last greatest challenge is the whole speed of installation. I think most of us have learned that it's about empowering workforces to new ways of working in bite-sized chunks in order to earn momentum, in order to get empowerment, in order to get some quick wins. And so agility, scrum teams, and the whole DevOps environment is critical. And third up, what are the improvement areas and therefore the opportunities in the market for the 3D Experience platform? Well, of course, there is no one or no particular solution that is absolutely perfect. And I've heard certainly many criticisms for, against the 3D Experience platform, be that from an integration perspective, installation complexity, and even right down to Enovia PLM. And is it the best one versus the Team Centers and the RS, etc., etc. But what I do know is that Dassault Systèmes' drive to be at the forefront of the consumer experience, the experience economy, is absolutely unrivaled. They've gone out into the world, they've picked some of the best of breed solutions, and they have bundled that up beneath the 3D Experience hood, that attractive, aesthetically pleasing user interface. And so let us see how that develops. I'm going to catch it on the next one, next time around. Hope you appreciate what I'm doing. If you do, please give me the thumbs up. If you kind of like it, I really appreciate it if you'd share it. See you next time around.